We're in Cornwall. Look at this. This is amazing. Gorgeous. So excited. I'm excited. So down here on a little bit of a holiday. Actually, it's not a photography trip by any means, but as you know, there's always time to squeeze a little bit of photography in. Always make the time. So middle of the day shooting really today, but the location is absolutely phenomenal. We're actually camping in a little town called Tintagel, don't know how to say it, but it's wonderful. A lot of you will know it already. I think it's linked to King Arthur and stuff. It's very touristy. There's lots of Europeans here actually, which is nice. I love it. It's amazing to be somewhere where so many people from different countries have made the effort to come here because it's that special, you know. So yeah, that's always nice. So yeah, to be honest, me and Steph came on this little adventure yesterday, pretty much going on exactly the same route. It's a little coastal path. And I wasn't even going to film a video or do any photography today, but I just wanted to share it with you guys because it's absolutely phenomenal. It's beautiful, wonderful coastline. And yesterday I got 2 or 3 really nice images. I think obviously I haven't been at home yet to look at them, but yeah, they look wonderful. So I'll show you them images throughout this video as well, hopefully, and see if we can get anything today, something a little bit different maybe. But yeah, lots of wonderful landscapes to explore here on this Cornish coast. So let's get into it. This is incredible, absolutely amazing. Cornwall, what a spot, what a place, loving it. I'll definitely be coming back down here on a dedicated photography trip, I think. As you know, I've been in Shropshire as well, right in the middle of the country, so you know, I haven't really had much chance to get out to any coasts and get into some coastal photography, not since Auckland really, so it's really nice to be here and do some of this sort of photography. I love it. Like I've mentioned in the past, it's one of my favourite types. Anyway, I found this little, a couple of like sea stacks here. I think they're called the Sisters, judging by my OS map. And when I was here last, I didn't come over this side of the peninsula that we're on at the minute, so I didn't really get a good look at them, but they look incredible. Beautiful, like layered rock, and the tide's still in enough that all the waves are crashing around them. So this is screaming long exposure at me. So I'm gonna find somewhere acceptable to set up my tripod around here. And then I'll try and show you what composition I'm going to go for. We found a good spot. This is perfect. It's quite difficult to find because the actual pathway, the public footpath, doesn't really go around the coast on this peninsula in a way that you get a really good view of these two rocks here, the Sisters. They're definitely called the Sisters, by the way, as well. I double checked my OS map just in case anyone ever wants to shoot them. Awesome subject. Now I've got set up, however, like I mentioned in my introduction, me and Steph came here yesterday. I did quite a lot of photography yesterday and the conditions were much better. Today is just harsh light, classic middle of the day. However, yesterday was incredible conditions, quite misty, gloomy, very dramatic, beautiful stormy skies. It was lashing it down with rain. Difficult hike at times, difficult trek, but I think I got some really nice photographs. I wanted to show you one now that Steph actually took the photograph. But I'm like a sort of model in it. And I've been talking a lot recently about scale in landscape photography, and I think this one shows the scale of this peninsula that we're on really well, which is exactly where we were yesterday. It's just at the other side. So I'll show you that image now. I hope you like it, and then I'll talk you through my setup for this photograph right now. Yeah, nice moody image, really gives a little bit of scale of this location. I really hope you enjoyed that one. I mean, I haven't been home yet, so I haven't seen it, so I'm not 100% sure if it's that good. Probably shouldn't be bigging it up too much, eh? Right, this image is going to be a cracker, I think, even though we're in the middle of the day. Long exposures are the way forward for this sort of photography like this in harsh light. Now, I've got a bit of a crazy setup. For anyone that's watched me in the past, you'll have seen me do this sort of thing before. But I'm basically filter stacking. I'm stacking my ND filters. The only reason I'm doing this, guys, is because I haven't got a 15 or 16 stop neutral density filter. So I'm basically stacking, I've got a circular 10 stop ND filter here right on the front of my lens, and then I'm stacking it with my 6 stop square Nissi filter. So that's obviously giving me a 16 stop ND filter effectively, which is allowing me to get a shutter speed of about 5 minutes for this image. Now, settings wise, sorry guys, 1 second, a bit unprepared. ISO 100 f10 was giving me a shutter speed of about 1/100th of a second without the filters, so that's going to give me about 5 minutes. It's actually 5 minutes and 20 seconds, I think, for the exposure time, but might have to be a bit of trial and error. I think that's probably going to be all right. I don't know. White balance is on cloudy because the sun is coming in and out. I don't want to, it doesn't matter too much, but I mean, it's definitely more cloudy than it is sunny at the minute, so that's the only reason I've got that set up. And yeah, I'm going to go for something a little bit abstract, definitely minimalist, very super long exposure really, over 5 minutes in my opinion. It's capturing all the gorgeous movement in this water down here at the base of the rocks. And then I've got the horizon over there, I've got the sky, sorry, in the top quarter, maybe the top third of the image. And that's just to try and capture a little bit of movement in the clouds as well, which over 5 minutes should definitely be doing. But mainly want to be capturing all the movement in the waves down here on the rocks, and all the sort of lines of foamy water that you can see down there. It's going to look incredible, and the subject itself, the two sisters, just speak for themselves really. Absolutely incredible. So yeah, nice long exposure and hopefully a beautiful image there. So I'll show you this one now, guys, and we'll go and explore. I'm really excited to show you this next bit of landscape here.
My home's open wide. We can live here. We can die. There's nothing to fear if you try. If you keep believing. Like rain falling soft from the sky, I'll tend to your needs. We can live here. We can die. We can live here.
So, welcome to Botany Haven. What a spot, what a beach, absolutely incredible. And like I said, me and Steph came down to this exact location yesterday, and conditions were a little bit better yesterday, same as up on that peninsula, a bit moody, gloomy, misty, dramatic. Whereas today it's just kind of changing between flat and pretty harsh. But the harshness, on that note, I'm going to try and use it to my advantage, I think. Now, instead of, working against it, basically here in Cornwall, for anyone that doesn't know, we don't really have these very clear turquoisey blue, almost tropical like waters in many places in the UK, and Cornwall's one of them, probably the most famous place for it, to be honest. I mean, there's a few up in Scotland as well, funnily enough. So I'm going to try and use that to my advantage and really try and show it in this next image. This is going to be my last image, I think. So I've come off the sort of main beach a little bit. When I was flying my drone around before, I noticed there was a few really vibrant spots in the water. So I'm going to try and head towards them now on this pretty slippy area of rocks here. And yeah, really try and base my composition around trying to show off the beautiful turquoise water, the vibrance of it, which is just incredible. So I'm trying to use the area to my advantage, you know. And then in the background we have got some beautiful cliff faces and stuff like that. The sky's actually pretty nice, to be honest. There's a lot of drama going on up there. A few stormy clouds coming in every now and again. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to shut up and explore this area a little bit more. I'm still alive. Just about. This is so slippy. It's like ice, which tends to be quite slippy. Anyway, this is good. This is amazing. I'm away from the crowds as well, which is nice. And yeah, very similar to how I envisaged it. The only trouble is here, I'm going to get myself set up in this area somewhere, but it's quite chaotic. There's a lot of rocks, there's a lot of seaweed, and there's a lot of textures in the rock as well. So I want to try and simplify my foreground as much as possible. From the sort of frame that's on this clip here, you can probably see the sort of composition that I'm going to go for. I'm going to get these rocks in the foreground, a little bit of this cliff face here on the right hand side as well. I don't know if you can see that. And then that beautiful peninsula there in the background, which is just amazing. Clouds are looking lovely as well, so potentially another long exposure, but this time not so long. Maybe only half a second, 1 second, just to capture the movement of the waves here in the foreground. So, yeah, I'm going to get myself set up here, guys, and see what I can conjure up. Now before I get into this image, I did take another photograph a couple of evenings ago. We had a gorgeous sunset here on Cornwall's north coast, and it was basically back up towards I don't know how to say that town name yet, Jesus Christ. Back up towards the castle on the peninsula we took the last photograph, and we had a incredibly vibrant sunset. So I wanted to show you that photograph now, if that's okay, because I'm really proud of it. And then we'll get into this image, so I hope you enjoy this image, guys. So I hope you like that photograph. Yeah, really opportunistic moment and incredible sunset, obviously. One of my favourite sunsets in a while. Unfortunately, I couldn't capture it on video. I wasn't out filming a vlog, but if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, you'll get to see them sort of images more often, because I'm not always out vlogging, you know. I'm out often just doing photography, obviously. But anyway, last photograph of the day. The rain's coming in, and to be completely honest with you guys, I've already taken the photograph. One very important ingredient for this composition, for this photograph, for it to work, was the sun. And it was kind of in and out before, and basically what it was giving us was the vibrancy in the water, which is exactly what I wanted to capture, and helping to accentuate the sort of clarity. Well, I'll talk you through the composition that I came up with here anyway. We've got all these rocks in the foreground. Now, I'm not 100% happy here. I think it's a little bit messy. There's a lot of textures in the rock, a lot of seaweed, but it's the best that I can come up with in a way that I can still capture that vibrancy and that turquoisey colour in the water over there, which turns out is going to be about 1/3 of the way up the image. Now I'm using my 6-stop ND filter, which is giving me a shutter speed of 2 seconds, ISO 100 and f10. And yeah, compositionally, like I mentioned, we've got all these rocks in the foreground. And we've got, I think, quite a balanced image. We've got this beautiful peninsula here on the right hand side that's kind of coming into the image. And then almost in a sort of direct opposite, we've got this cliff here on the left hand side, which, like I say, is really helping to balance out the image, and it's wonderful. Now the only other thing I'm waiting for is a couple of waves to come in into these rocks here, and then I'm pressing my shutter and basically trying to capture all the movement in them waves, you know. Little bit of a long exposure effect, but yeah, adding so much to the image, and we are capturing a little bit of that vibrancy and that clarity in this water here in the foreground, which is incredible. Trying to get my horizon on the top third of the frame, and then we have got a beautiful sky actually. There's a lot going on, a lot of drama, quite stormy, a lot of contrast, which is really nice. So yeah, quite happy with this image, and this is going to be my final one of the day, so I hope that you like it. Yeah, nice image, nice way to finish this wonderful adventure, I think. Cornwall, you have been incredible. What a special place. She'll definitely be returning. Although I think I say that everywhere I go, I'm like, yeah, I'll return, I'll definitely be coming back, whether or not it happens. Anyway, I'm going to finish up there. A little thank you to my loyal subscribers for your support. It is hugely appreciated, genuinely. If you guys could like and comment on this video, that would be absolutely wonderful and hugely appreciated. It really does help out my videos, and I promise I will reply to every single comment because it means so much. Yeah, 100%. If anyone's new, please hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of these adventures, and share them with me. That would be incredible. I'd love to bring you along. And yeah, from the incredible Cornwall, I will see you guys next week on the next adventure. Out.